Great a deal as that all is, the actual pricing of the truck is more of a mixed bag. At just under $42,000 before government incentives, the Lightning Pro work truck is the deal of the century. Read our first drive review of the Lightning Pro here. All this power and capability and all these features at that price, especially when the average transaction price of a new vehicle is creeping toward $50,000, is an absolute bargain. Even the XLT, the next step up at just short of $55,000, is a great buy. It's after that the proposition gets shakier. The Lariat and Platinum models add more high-tech features, but it becomes a case of diminishing returns. The Lightning's interior cleans up well at higher prices, but only to a point. We're familiar with $93,000 interiors, as is Ford in its Lincoln division. The interior of the Lightning Platinum is not a nearly six-figure interior. The materials quality just isn't there, and a touchscreen out of a $44,000 Mustang Mach-E isn't enough to make up for it. Ram's been making nicer interiors for years, and it doesn't charge anywhere close to that kind of money for its trucks. Or, for a more direct comparison, there's the Rivian R1T, which has an actual $90,000 interior and rides and drives even better than the Lightning. The good news is Ford stands behind the Lightning. The EV-specific parts are covered by an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 3 years and 20,000 miles longer than the powertrain warranty on its combustion-powered F-150s. Ford engineers also tell us the Lightning went through all the same durability torture testing as any other F-150. In some cases, the testing was more severe just to make sure no one could say this is a lesser vehicle. Given the undying popularity of trucks in America, it's hard to understate how important it was for a segment leader like Ford to absolutely nail the electric pickup. If the Lightning were terrible, it could have set the industry back years, or worse. Instead, Ford has risen to the occasion and built a great pickup truck that also happens to be a great EV, and just to be sure, it engineered clever charging functionalities too. The Lightning is the truck we needed, right when we needed it. Now that we've come back around to charging, we need to discuss Ford's Pro Power Onboard and Charge Station Pro features, because they're absolutely clutch. The first you're familiar with because it comes on other F-150s, but its functionality bears repeating. A 9.6-kW power system with 4 120-volt outlets and a 30-amp, 240-volt outlet in the bed, plus 4 more 120-volt plugs in the front and 2 in the cab, is a game-changer. The sheer number of appliances, power tools, and devices, not to mention other EVs, you can run and/or charge via the truck rather than a portable generator as a selling point all by itself. This truck is a rolling job site. And Charge Station Pro, a level 2 charger you can install at your home or office, is next level. It runs at 80 amps, most are a much slower 30 to 50 amps, and it's connected to the internet so it can keep track of your time of use electricity rates and charge the truck when it'll cost you the least. Paired with an inverter from solar power installer Sunrun, which will also sell you home backup batteries and solar panels, Charge Station Pro can also reverse the flow of electricity, using the charge stored in the Lightning to power your entire home during a blackout for up to 3 days running flat out or up to 11 days while metering power output. You can set a minimum battery level for the truck to retain some driving range. On a normal day, the setup can float power between the truck and your house, using the truck's battery to supplement your home when grid electricity is expensive and then to charge when it's cheap. The charger and inverter are just $3,895, and if you buy the big battery, Ford throws in the charger for free. That's just your house. Business owners can get a whole commercial setup quoted by Ford Pro, which takes into account fleet size, operating radius, and operating hours. This way, the trucks can be fully charged with their batteries and interiors heated or cooled as needed anytime a shift starts to maximize range and uptime. Ford estimates operating costs for a Lightning Pro are 20% lower than a combustion-powered F-150, all things considered. Don't worry too much about the battery, either. It's protected by a 6-piece skid plate that runs under nearly the entire truck. It's also sealed, giving the truck a 24-inch wading depth. Should you manage to damage the battery or wear it out somewhere down the line, it can be dropped from the bottom of the truck by loosening just 8 bolts. How far the battery will take you off-road and anywhere else is, of course, a function of speed, terrain, exterior temperature, the amount of weight you're carrying, driving style, and whether you're using features like the one-pedal driving mode. We're huge fans of one-pedal driving, where lifting off the accelerator activates significant regenerative braking. We wouldn't mind if the Lightning's regenerative braking were even a little more aggressive. Should you prefer the brake pedal, the feel and response are neither good nor bad. It's rather numb, but it bites immediately and has no issue stopping this 6,200 to 6,600 pound truck.